certainly are. This morning, our thoughts are with the family of a 2-year-old in Collegeville who was killed in an accidental shooting. The family says he somehow got access to a gun and shot himself. Now, afterwards, the boy's great-grandmother wanted to also reiterate the message of securing your firearms to prevent this from happening to anyone else's child. Joining us this morning to offer some tips on securing your guns is certified firearms instructor David McCullough with Central Alabama Firearms Training. Good to see you this morning, sir. And again, our condolences go out to this family. This is not in any way pointing any fingers. Accidents do happen, we know that. But maybe some folks out there don't know the best way to secure their firearms. So let's start with a handgun.
Okay. Well, there's a variety of methods that you can store a firearm. There are some trigger locks that you can put on the trigger so the firearm can actually not be pulled. The trigger cannot be pulled with the trigger lock.
Okay.
You have the trigger lock. You actually have another lock that has a cable through it.
Turn that around just so we can get this on this side of the camera right here. Okay. All right.
You can actually then use this lock also with a rifle or a shotgun that you can actually put into the where the round goes in through the chamber and so on, and lock it up so that it will not be able to actuate as well.
By the way, if anybody's watching, they're a little nervous. None of these firearms are loaded. They're all clear. All right.
That's correct. You also typically, when a firearm comes in, they do come with one of these chain locks that you can actually use, but also many of the cases come with a hole drilled, so you can actually put a lock inside this hole so then the case cannot be opened. For those people who have used firearms and so on, you can buy a gun case. It's something small, it's fabric, a child can't get into it. If you put a little lock that's on the end of the firearm of the zipper case, and it'll lock it in place. So you can actually get one of those, and then it can easily be opened and then unzipped. But as a separate precaution, of course, and you might want to put another lock on the thing.
All right, I want to do the rifles real quick. A lot of people hunt, or they may have shotguns for home protection.
Correct.
What about those?
Well, they're a little bit harder to conceal. The other thing that you also want to do is make sure the firearm has some point of concealment so the child doesn't see it and then get interested. On a rifle, you can actually take the bolt out. This particular bolt is inside this case. So I've got it separated so the firearm cannot be discharged. Again, you can use the cable lock inside the shotgun, and the same thing in this M1 carbine. Rifle cases also have a case that you can use. It also has a hole drilled inside the case and on the side, so you can actually put a lock on it, which it'll lock it up.
One of the simplest things too is a fire safe, which fire safe or a gun safe you can use, and they come in all different varieties with keys and also code locks, fingerprint locks, right?
That is correct, and I would recommend highly to get a safe. They're very simple to use. You just close it, you can't open it, child can't get to it. It's easily and quickly accessible, and then you can get to your firearm if you ever need to. Okay.
And as we wrap up, we know some people carry their firearms in their vehicles if they have a concealed carry permit. It's difficult, though, to keep that from a child getting access to it, but maybe there's a couple things we can do.
There are some safes that you can actually bolt to the floor inside your car. You also have a console. You can actually lock your firearm in your console. The biggest problem is if your child gets a hold of the firearm, it's going to be loaded if it's in a concealed carry situation.
Because most people are there. That's what it's there for.
That's correct.
For safety.
So you want to make sure that the firearm is not accessible by that child or anyone that doesn't have authorization to use it.
All right. Well, thank you, David. Some good insight. Hopefully folks can put that to use and we never see this happen again.